And, like, realistically speaking, I would have to travel all the way up to Jinx Village. Oh my god. So it's no small task that technically he's asking of me. Even though I can fast travel, realistically, that is a massive job. I need that stamina back. And off we go. Hello, I'm back. Here is your book.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection.
Wait, what? Did Xingshu pay off your debt?
I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Sure. No big deal. Happy to help.
Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune.
You've told me before.
Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this core lapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Well, wouldn't surprise me if it still does.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the ones who've displayed a genuine sense of responsibility.
He's better than you give him credit for. Maybe a Guhua Renaissance is just around the corner.
What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you?
Wow.
I'll fetch it for you.
I completely forgot that this is why we were here. Yes, that is what I see.
It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity.
I'd almost forgotten about that.
My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. I can't believe it.
Don't you dare lose those things again. A strange bookmark. Okay.
What?
I don't know. What does it say?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't.
What? To be continued. Oh, but now I'm intrigued. What comes next? Chung? Oh. So what happened? Oh, okay. Best of luck. Oh, he's giving me jade? Oh, thank you. I need that. Thank you very much. What a nice man. So much better than the first time we met him. He was quite the dick. And that is that. Okay, so now we go back to main quest. You discover that they have hidden the vessel away. Visit break a stalemate, so you pay another visit. Okay, so we've got to go back to Childa. Sorry, child. It still seems ridiculous that it's pronounced that way. But in any case, let's go back. Can't we just call him by his full name? What is it, Tartaglia? I think it was his name. Don't quite remember. This place looks way better at night. I liked my way of going about things. There's a staircase into this building. But how do you get up? Oh, the staircase is right here. What's with the random giggling? You weren't even talking to anybody, lady. I'm back. It only took me many days. Try weeks. Almost bordering on months plural. In fact, it probably has bordered on months plural. Oh, we never went inside last time. It's so very gold, but I suppose that's a Lewin special. Okay, it seems like it's an upstairs. Though, oh, there's a staircase. Okay. Okay. Hi, Ekaterina.
Welcome, friend of child. And congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
Oh, honey. I have no intention of doing them for Tui.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself.
Oh, I am.
Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost.
If you feel a need to hide your identity behind a mask or have such insecurities you must wear a mask, I don't want a little part of your association, alright?
But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
She's got one of those irritating anime voices that goes up and then down and then up and then down.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Leoli Pavilion.
Is that the place back up top where the Archon died?
Oh, Paimon knows this one. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner.
What's that got to do with the pavilion?
The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lili Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
Wait, hold on. What restaurant did Jiangling work for? I don't remember. Trust you to only know these sorts of things. You're like this every time we talk about food.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Okay. To Feiyuan Slope we go. Farewell, archaic lord. Oh, that sounds so sad. I'm fast traveling, am I not? No, I am not. Restaurant is in here? Oh, no, we're finding child. No, wait, he was at the restaurant. The restaurant must be in the city then. I thought they said that they were out by Feiyuan Slope, but apparently not. Pfft, stairs.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I have found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
Why do you sound so happy when you say this? We're talking about murder.
So, where is he? In Liyue Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
It's a lovely place.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room.
Oh, it's Zhongli. Huh. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I have to think the cinematography and the cutscenes have definitely improved from back in Mondstadt. I have noticed this. There's far more animation going on and things happening in a scene. The table's set for 7. There's only 3 of us. Okay, Paimon,
Allow
3
me
and a
to
half.
introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Okay, you shouted a lot of words at me. Start again. Okay, is Zhongli first or last name? That's my first question. He's a consultant. Okay, so he's not actually Fatui, he's just an associate of the Fatui, but he's a consultant for the Wangsheng. Okay, what is that?
Indeed. Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed.
That doesn't really answer the question.
And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Yes, I know.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
I don't know if the voice matches the body.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
I can't tell if he's taking the piss out of Paimon or if he really is that blasé. That's perfect.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer?
Yes, she did.
The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly.
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
How? And why is your ponytail so ridiculously thin? It's all these silly anime styles with all the hair cut short up top and then a tiny little rat tail going down. It's repulsive.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
I still can't reconcile that voice with that body. That's true, the Adepti is staying away from Liyue.
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning.
Hasn't this been the case since the Adepti left Liyue? Since they left civilization, but okay.
In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Oh, I see. They aren't holding like a funeral service. Well, they do have a deicide to deal with. I mean, yes, they are trying to find out who murdered him, but at the same time, you can multitask. You can have people set up this feast because it's very important. It's tradition.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to.
Can you just do it without their consent? Yoink the body and then hold the service? It's not going to be very subtle because it's a deity's service and everybody will want to attend, but, you know, at least the rites would be done.
Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
What does me having had dealings with Venti got to do with the Geo-Archon's funeral? They're two very different entities, sir. Child says too much.
Oh? In our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How interesting. Draw your sword, we shall... Just kidding.
Oh my
Let's
god,
continue,
these
shall
two
we?
are such a pair.
The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
But I don't want to meet a dead body. I need to actually meet a living entity.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
does he come back for a moment, or his spirit rises for a moment? But then why wouldn't you just ask him who killed him if that were the case? Looks like there's no other choice.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Okay.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Don't you spend a lot of time in Liyue? Shouldn't you be used to chopsticks?
My chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
They really aren't. I mean, it requires a lot of muscles in the hand that we don't normally possess if you don't normally use chopsticks, because they're muscles that you would build up using them since childhood. But they're not that hard to use, and muscle memory is surprisingly efficient. Man up, practice, and you'll be good to go in no time. Trust me, living in a country that uses chopsticks, you learn pretty damn quickly how to use them. Been there, done that. Anyway, I'm curious about your hair, because you've got these light bits on the end of your front bits. What about your ponytail? Okay, highly disproportionate, but same concept. I can't believe how disgustingly thin it is.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Is there a third option? I really don't care either way. I mean, it's kind of nice.
Indeed.
I guess.
The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels.
You won't find disagreement here.
Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Because she's not on her guard against you?
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
The fact that the rite of parting gets done upholds tradition?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
After you.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Really?
Wow.
I'll abuse that.
Well
That's
then,
not.
let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
I already have some. Are you implying that what I have is not enough, or we just need more because the quest says it needs more? Bag of Mora. Moonfinger, go and buy Noctilucous jade. Such a weird word. Anyway, let's go. I zoom in and it zooms back out in 2 seconds. So mean. Right, who are we purchasing from? This dude on the corner? Shita.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you
He's
like
got
to
cool
try your luck
lappers.
betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
Betting on... What do you mean by betting on jade?
It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Or I might just lose my money.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade at the very least? You mean there's a grade above radiant? What the hell would that be? Angelic? Pristine?
Radiant grade,
Divine?
Lucas Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal.
I mean, I know how you can confuse me for a tourist because I look hella weird.
What do
but
you think?
him?
The Jade
He's
Mystery
Lewin
is
from
an
head to
old
toe.
name in the Jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
A man who makes his living off betting on stones can't be trusted. Mr. Zhongli.
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Yes.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Of course he will. Oh man.
Oh, you act with
And you can
such
see his vision here on the
panache,
back.
good sir.
Noticed it before.
I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
We'll just take the lot. Why not?
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. We need to discuss it again.
Well, it was child's money.
Hey, if we only need 1 for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Actually, yeah, it's 2 times more Mora. Maybe he's just doing it on child's dime because why the hell not? And then he can keep them for further services.
Oh, Mora.
Oh, are you not a businessman? I see. I see how this is going.
It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
I guess he's more in the market of just preparing funerals.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
Because he has so much of it, or does he not normally buy it himself?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
Yes, but it's also called living within your means.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
Correct.
What?
He's talking about economic. It sounds like he's loaded. That's not what I said. He's rich.
Is this how the rich live?
Yes.
Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
Mm-hmm.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade.
You work at a funeral parlor. Why do you know so much about gemstones or rocks?
Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or
God,
not.
it sounds like a lot of effort to go to waste if it's not up to par.
If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
So you buy all 3 to increase your chances of getting something decent?
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger, the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Is this normal life for a high-class gentleman?
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade
Such
to
a
you.
mystery.
Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Hyman's just said that we might never be able to use it again.
You can use it as level up material.
We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Then can we get some small samples?
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
That's surprising, but okay.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
Do I have to go find a fire
All right,
source?
take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Impressive handiwork to get rock that thinly sliced.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy.
He seems to know what he's talking about.
If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
You're not putting it in the fire.
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
Well, the pavilion and concrete and tiles right behind you looks pretty free. I'd do it right there. I remember this spot in the Daopa Gorge. How about the kitchen at Zhengling's place?
You mean at Wanmin Restaurant?
Wanmin Restaurant.
As long as we do it when she's not in.
Does he have a better place in mind?
That would not do.
God for that.
It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
Fine by me.
Ooh, Paimon remembers. We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the Hilly Churls from the
Dada
Meaty
Upa.
tribe. It's real
Okay.
sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.